Ladies and gentlemen, living and dead, and everyone in between, welcome to the joy of Dark Souls, where we say that everyone can get good. I've walked the cursed streets of the undead burg and fallen off the glistening spires of Anor Londo many times, and on my travels I've picked up a few tips and tricks that I hope new players will find helpful. I've asked my friend Guy to join me on this journey. He's never played a Souls game before, and will provide an outsider's reaction to the sights and sounds of Lordran that I've grown accustomed to and been repeatedly killed by over the last 4 playthroughs. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Dark Souls.
You
Prepare
game?
to Die edition.
Alright, so we're going to call this...
We're going to call this character Bob.
Hold on.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. Alright, we're back in business.
He looks kind of like Thor. A little bit.
Maybe a
he
bit
needs
around
some
the
blonde
face.
hair. Angry
Elspeth.
Elspeth.
Guy. Oh, we don't have enough letters. Alright.
Angry. He just called him Angry.
Angry Elspeth.
I think we should call him Thor.
Key.
Angry Thor.
Hang on.
Angry Thor.
We're not keeping this look. Angry Elspeth. Key. There we go. And Elspeth is of course a lady. And I find that the best starting class
Ooh.
is the Pyromancer, because you start off with a handy dandy fireball spell. You also are the only character that starts off at level 1. So you're more of a blank slate than the rest. The others have all got a certain amount of investment in certain stats, and sometimes it works out. Sometimes you start off in your pants and then you gotta go from nothing.
Deprived. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
That's just all you've got is the...
I like how Deprived starts off slightly higher than the other one.
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense.
you gotta have stronger stats, because all you've got is, well, the raggedy bra on your back and a plank of wood and a stick.
It's not that deprived then. Found some fur and stuff.
Well, it's better than nothing. So, this is our Pyromancer, Angry Elspeth. The gift, I always pick the Old Witch's Ring,
Oh.
which has no obvious effect, but needless to say,
Gift
Does
from a
some-
witch, ancient ring with non-obvious effect.
with no obvious effect. Yes, it does in fact have a use later on, which we'll probably discern by the end of the introduction sequence. So the alternatives are Goddess's Blessing, which fully restores HP and status. It's slightly quicker than an Estus Flask. A lot of PvP
Wait,
players
this is the
use
magic
it.
power that they can have.
This is, you can have one thing when you start the game.
And they put binoculars there.
Yeah.
Is that particularly useful against The Walking Dead?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I mean, if you've got a crossbow or something, you can
Oh,
use
right,
the
okay.
binoculars to target
Get the
something at long range.
long-distance
Go,
attack.
"Ping." But with a regular bow, you can zoom in. So I never used crossbows. I find them fairly useless. You get a bunch of black fire bombs.
Black fireball.
Yep, which have their uses. You can buy them later on in the game, and you can sometimes find them. Twin Humanities. Humanity is basically the core currency of the game. It's essential for anything
Humanity is
significant.
sometimes found on carcasses. Oh my goodness. This
And
is a
inside-
dark game.
Yep, and inside rats, which is even darker if you think about it.
It's not even human.
Yep. Well, they've obviously eaten a human, and that's why they've got
Oh my
humanity.
god.
Yep. Binoculars.
Binoculars.
Yep. Pendant. No effect, but fond memories comfort travellers. People searched for years. They tabbed on every surface in the entire game to try to figure out what the pendant did. And it turns out the description is true. It doesn't actually do anything. The programmers just put it in for a laugh.
Wow.
Yeah. Tee. Master key.
I bet that gets reported back to their on the internet. It gets reported back, and they'll just be all huddled round looking at all the reports and stuff about who's taken the pendant, who's moronic enough to take the pendant when it says no effect.
Yeah, they'll find players with like 150-hour playthroughs, and they're taking the pendant and they've just been rubbing it on every flat surface and every statue
Oh
in the
my
game
God.
for hours and hours and hours, and then they've said,
Their desperation to justify the useless object.
Yep. And the From Software guys are just sitting around pissing their pants. But that's neither here nor there. But Master Key you can use to open places. You can go to places out of order if you'd like to do that sort of thing. Some people like to
pretty
do that just as sort of break the game,
So you can
essentially.
explore different areas a bit easier.
But you can always get in there eventually. There is
Okay.
always a key. I don't really use it. The Tiny Being's Ring. HP recovers slowly while equipped. By slowly, it means to the point of essential uselessness. It gives you about 30 extra hit points, but considering you've got about 600 hit points in the average, even a small enemy takes off about 150 with each hit.
So does the
useless.
HP recover normally?
No, but you get plenty of healing items that you can always
okay,
use.
okay.
So, alright, so I usually go with the Old Witch's Ring, and there's space for something else.
It's a Horcrux.
Yes, well. Physique! Well, Angry Elspeth is a
large lady.
Yes, she's a tough.
She's a large, broad. She can care for herself.
Yes, she's a sturdy.
Or you can specify as well. Large
fishwife.
upper body,
Yep.
large lower body. And we can give her a fat ass. My God, tiny head.
She's not
Wow.
getting a tiny head.
Top heavy. I thought that would be something different, but it's not.
No, top heavy just means.
It's not going to be like Dolly Parton and just fall over with an axe.
Alright, so we're going
Be a
large.
good distraction for the enemies, though.
Face. Very average.
Commoner, Delta farmer. Wow. This is very specific.
Yep.
Classic Xena. Used to watch that Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah, that was on Channel 5 back in the 90s. Good fun. Sam Raimi before he hit it big with the Spider-Man film.
Remember that, folks? Channel 5. Back in the days where you only had 5 channels. Good God.
Alright. There you go. Thoughtful, mature face.
Eerie
Coming
Great
from the
Swamp. What does that look like? Oh.
Just looks a bit weird. And a bit like he hasn't slept for a few days. And that's fine. Far East Traveller is just literally a Oriental person. That's it. That's about all you've got.
I assume we do the hair afterwards, because
Yes.
it's suddenly gone from
No,
old
no.
lady in a cloak to now being completely naked.
No, we get to put some hair on Elspeth in a minute. So I think Elspeth works outside quite a bit, so I reckon she's got a bit of a farmer's tan.
Oh, there we go, hair, yeah.
So
Shaved very short. Oh, my days.
it's not going to be anything too fancy.
Pigtails.
Pigtails,
Oh, my days.
You reckon
Actually,
she's-
that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
bun, braided. You want to go with the pigtails?
Pigtails is good. I think that's good.
Pigtails it is. Colour, well, Elspeth is Scottish, of course, so I think we're going to have to go
wow.
with ginger.
Oh, God, okay. Okay.
Alright, I think we're...
You can't even see the pigtails with the thing on. Let's
Uh,
change the hair. Let's change it. That's a bad idea. Because she's got the hood on. You can't really see.
Well, whenever you're wearing a hood or a helmet, you can't see the hair, but sometimes the helmet is usually the armour piece that protects the least compared to all
Let's
the
make
other
it longer. Let's make it
components.
longer. We've got to get this right, folks. It's very important stuff. I think... Oh, Wave looks quite good.
I
Yeah?
wasn't aware this was going to turn into a fashion show quite so soon, but
This-
fair enough.
It's like wandering through a dating site. Oh, yeah, this one looks quite nice.
Yes,
Unfortunately, she's called Angry Elspeth. What's with the G for?
because it's a guide
Oh, okay.
showing people through the game. Now, okay to start game with this character? Absolutely.
It's time for a
In
coffee.
the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark.
You're just naming opposites. And up. And down.
They become significant as time goes
from
on.
the dark, they
Oh my
came
goodness.
Mm-hmm.
and found the souls of lords within the flame.
Now it started rhyming. She's a poet, she doesn't even know it. Oh my god!
Nito, the first of the dead.
Wow.
Yep.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos.
I wonder what the witch's ring is
Lord
for.
of Sunlight and his faithful knights.
These guys are dicks. For
And
real.
the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
I'm pretty sure this is going to give me
With the
nightmares tonight.
strength of lords, they challenge the dragons.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Wow.
Gwyn's mighty bolts
He's Zeus!
hard their stone skills. Witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Seath the scales betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire.
And now?
Proper intense story.
But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain.
I forgot to mention, this is possibly the most metal introduction in video game history.
Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.